Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a decent running conditions today. It's about 4 or 5 degrees, a little bit chilly but not too bad, and not too much breeze, so I can't complain. And it is Monday motivation today, where we talk all about things productivity, motivation, etc. And today's topic is the productivity hack of an afternoon stroll. So, as always, if you like this episode, give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, productivity hack. Now, I've talked a lot about this in the past, about understanding your biological prime time. I took this from a productivity expert, Chris Bailey, amazing guy, and he calls it your biological prime time, which is basically understanding the ebb and flows of your energy levels throughout the day. Okay, now everybody's different. Some people are morning productive people, some people are night owls, and I think it's really, really important to kind of understand who you are and where your energy levels flow. So one way of doing this is to measure. Okay, so really, really easily you can just track every half an hour or so. How do you feel? Do you feel good and energetic, or do you feel like in a lull and lethargic? And it's completely normal to feel the lulls, by the way, but the key here is you understand where they occur. And you'll find if you have a relatively consistent sleep pattern, that these energy flows will be relatively consistent over the course of time. So you only need to do this for a couple of weeks, and you should have a good indication of where your ebbs and flows are. Now, the real important thing here is, I don't know about you, but when you get to an ebb, I mean, one of my biggest ebbs, I'm not a morning person, okay? I really struggle in the mornings to get going. So how do I overcome this? Well, I do my run vlog, okay, in the morning, and it energizes me for the day. So that's kind of overcome one lull. And I start work normally about 10 or 9:30 to 10 most mornings, and I feel more energized and productive because I've been for my run vlog. But then I'm productive all morning, have lunch, and after lunch I'm not too bad, but then kind of mid-afternoon I hit a real big slump, real lethargic, as my body's kind of digesting the food intake, and I have a big lull. Okay, so how do you overcome that? If you don't overcome it, it can ultimately drag on through the afternoon, and you can get demotivated. As soon as your motivation levels drop, then it's really, really hard to pick yourself up. What I've done in the past is I'm a night owl, so occasionally I'll stop, and then I'll pick things up again later in the evening when I'm feeling better, and I managed to get, all my tasks done that I've set out to do. But that eats into your kind of evening time, your family time, which wasn't really working for me, and it was demoralising. Although I felt good, didn't want to do it. Okay, so I need to find another way. So the solution was, and lots of people talk about this, the importance of fresh air when you're not feeling up to it, and it couldn't be more so from the truth when it comes to overcoming an afternoon lull. Now, a lot of people will recommend going for an afternoon stroll, and that seems to be the standardised method that works really well. You just take 10 minutes to go and walk outside, fresh air in your mind, clears your head, and when you sit down you just feel better and ready to go again, which is really, really cool, because it overrides that energy lull, which is really cool. And you might lull a bit later in the evening, but that's okay if it's chill time. So it's understanding the ebbs and flows of your routine, which is key. But the way I do it is my kids have got this massive trampoline, and normally when they come back from school, I mean, my kids are still relatively young, so if you've got like teenage kids, it might be a bit different, but my kids are 10, 8 and 6, and they come home from school, and it coincides them coming home from school with my energy lull. So they come home, I come down, and we just go and have a blast on the trampoline for 10 minutes. And you know what? It's good fun, and it sorts your head out, it clears your head, because sometimes it's really cold, and you get a bit of heart rate up, and you pull yourself back round, and then you can take a cup of tea or a drink upstairs, or wherever your office is, and then you're back to work in a productive mindset. So it's a really, really cool hack, so easy to implement, but a lot of people think, oh, I can't bother to go for a walk. But if that is to the conflicting side of you getting stuff done and having less productive days, the compounding effect of integrating an afternoon stroll or something just to get your heart rate up in the afternoons or whenever you have that lull, the compounding effect of that over the course of time on your productivity could be years of progress down the line. So don't underestimate it. I'm very aware of it, which is why I kind of have this routine to sort myself out in the morning, sort myself out mid-afternoon, where my two lulls are throughout the day. I might get a bit more tired in the evening, but you know what, when I'm chilling with the wife and we're just talking and enjoying each other's company, that's absolutely fine. If I'm expected to do some forecasts or some figures or something and I'm not feeling it, then I'm not going to get it done. So I've got to be feeling it to be able to do it. So hopefully this is useful. I'm not going to talk too much more about that because I've pretty much covered today's topic. But if you've got any questions on this stuff, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. Do check out the links in my bios, as I've just launched my blog and podcast to accompany my YouTube channel, so you can listen, watch or read my content now in whichever format, and it is sorted nice and neatly by playlist, so you can find relevant information hopefully pretty easily. So all that's left to say is that the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help people overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release valve to relieve those daily, weekly pressures in the form of stress, process them, clear your head, get clarity on where they are, and regain your focus so you can move on with your life. If you don't have that release valve, and it can come in many forms, it could be reading, it could be yoga, it could be meditation, it could be exercise, as long as it impacts you in a positive way and clears your head, then that is your release valve. If you don't have a release valve, the stresses in the form of pressure is like pressure in a pipe. They'll evolve to overwhelm, and overwhelm is when you start freezing, you procrastinate because it's got too much going on, you can't get it sorted, and before you know it, you're into the realms of anxiety, where you have anxiety attacks, panic attacks, mental health challenges, which we clearly want to avoid. Now, I've been there, and I've lost businesses because of this, I've lost business partners because of this, and I've almost been bankrupt because of this. So it's a horrible place. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, and it's no coincidence that in the last 9 months since doing this running vlog, which is my release valve, that I've made more progress in the last 9 months than I have in the previous 4 years. So if that's not social proof, I don't know what is. And my pledge to you guys, if any of you are in this position, just drop me a message, okay? There's no catch here. Many have done so already. I'll jump on a call with you. No catch, no sale. I'll just chat through things with you, find out what's going on in your life, and hopefully give you some transferable tips and advice that's transferable into your life and can make a massive difference. Now, I've done this to many people already, and I know we've made some really positive steps in people's lives. As I always said, if this vlog just helps one person or saves a business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So don't be stubborn, reach out. Help is often available, it's often free of charge. You just have to be prepared to ask, and we'll get you back onto the right pathway. So as always, if you like this episode, give it a like, a comment and a subscribe. If you want to see similar content, check out the playlist link on each of my platforms. And all that's left to say is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.